Let's start the day with some cube drafts. See what we get. This pack doesn't look very good. How strong is Cloud Blazer? I haven't played a lot of blue-white in this format yet. Dodgic's fine. Chromatic Lantern is fine. These seem really situational to me. This dude is slow as fuck. Morning, Dehydrogeneza. It's not, I mean, there's a Triome. Possibly a Triome is better than like a Cloud Blazer pick. I mean, this pick doesn't seem very good for a first pick, man. I actually prefer Tajic to this too, although Tajic's pretty medium. Warcake the Third. Good morning. I haven't played this card yet. I don't know the strength of it. It feels really overpriced. 5 mana 2/2. But it's a 5 mana 2/2 flyer that heals you and draws you cards. There's probably a lot of recursion, cheaty ways to play that. Good morning, QB. I haven't been hating the Magic. I haven't been loving it. I've been kind of like, it's so clearly, this game is so clearly something that I'm ambivalent about. Love parts of it, hate parts of it. Well, I think Thassa is exactly the card we'd want with a card like Cloud Blazer. I feel like that's the blue-white payoff. I also think it might be the strongest card in the pack. I haven't seen this card be great. These cards are, of course, totally reasonable. Reaper's always good. But these cards are really kind of weak. Okay. We're 30 minutes early today, QB. My wife had an early call today, so I just kind of started when she started. Might get a vaccine here this week, which is kind of exciting. What was it? What's today, the 7th? So 2 days ago, I guess Monday, they opened up vaccines in Iowa to anyone who can get an appointment for one. No restrictions on like generation or work or anything like that. So fingers crossed. Might be able to move about the country before too much longer again, which would be really nice. Fuck, move about my city would be nice. So that would be great. That'd be really nice. I'm going a bit stir crazy. Cabin fever. All right. This card is okay. Anything really stick out here? Terramanda's okay. No synergy with Thassa, of course. Visionary is excellent. Manadork is pretty excellent. I mean, I like this card just fine. It's a bit slow. But lifelink and draw cards when enemies attack you is pretty nice. Or they don't hate having more mana. I just love the draw effect of this. I don't know what colors we're going to play with this. We could try blue-green. Did we pass anything? I mean, we passed nothing amazing thus far, right? This card is better than that card. But this card is colorless. I'm going to take the Visionary and see what shows up. Thank you, Laya Jenki, for the 18 months. Appreciate it. Welcome back. So Rex Sage, who does good things with Thassa, and our colors. Binding does good. Well, I guess Binding and Thassa don't interact. Thassa's just creatures, right? But Binding is the best card here, I think. Rex Sage is fine. This card seems pretty weak. Inscription is fine. It's just very expensive. It's also a sorcery, which seems crazy. Charming Prince has Thassa synergies, although it's not a very exciting set of synergies. Hanged Executioner is a pretty solid card, just a bit slow. This card is very good in the aggro drain decks. This is very cheap removal. A lot of good stuff here. I kind of want to play good stuff. Let's take Binding. Binding is just so good. It's a sorcery speed removal that hits any permanent, which is except lands, which is amazing. So it kills all the nasty enchantments, artifacts, you name it, vehicles, creatures, and it gets you another land for acceleration, which is great. Hey, fallacies. There was a nice red. There was a nice aggressive red deck in here. I think this card is really cool. Yeah, what does this card do? Instant or sorceries give me Drakes. Blocker, sack dude, aggro, red green, big creatures. A midnight clock, which is acceleration. Mill protection, I guess. I love the facet combo. I like the 2 or 3 part combos in this set. Or this selection of cards, I guess. It's not really a set. Gotta start thinking about some duels. There might have actually been duels in that pack. Sometimes I'm blind to lands too early, and I really should be paying attention because there's a lot of strong cards, and sometimes just getting your mana base under control seems to be pretty good. I'm enjoying the cube, surprisingly, more than I was. All right, History, Elspeth, Oracle, Body Double. It's a very expensive shapeshifter. There's a blue-black duel, which is useful to us. A knight for drawing, and a Dreadwander, and a Sprite Dragon. I mean, these cards are strong, but we're nowhere near them. It's kind of weird to see those both so late. Those are both really good. I think I take the blue-black duel. It's not really a duel. It's an either-or, but no tap effect. Are you talking about Magic, Angamar? Picked up Magic for the first time after stream? Alright, there's a Growth Spiral if we do play blue-green, which is fine. It's acceleration with a little bit of card draw. It's not as good in draft, in my opinion. Hidden Stockpile. Also really specific. Dude, black with white Rebirth. This card is strong. It's a white sweeper, a white win the game effect. Acceleration versus Unburial Rights. I don't know. I think I take Unburial Rights here and see. Get a sub for fallacies. You bet, buddy. You bet. Redemption of points. Gift a sub. Just grab that real quick. Ooh, green blue big boys. Enters the battlefield, fights a creature or a mana dork. It's kind of a slow mana dork, although it can make existing creatures give me mana. What kind of confirmation do you need from me? What fucking quiz? Like, fire it off. Let's go. I think. Yeah, Kogla has, but the mana dorks are really valuable. I will take this. All right, I might have to wait till after the draft. Don't let me forget. Oh, Dr. Nobody, I'll see your thing. But, I'm trying to do it from this interface and it won't let me. So I'll probably have to take a second after the draft to do that. I don't hate Kogla. I think it's a strong effect. All right, so this is pack 1. The Triome Wield, although it's a bunch of colors that we're kind of core blue-green at the moment. So this doesn't really help us. There's black on that, but it's the other colors. Don't want this card. Will I play a Reclaimer? I guess. It's very slow. I'm not playing Think Twice, I don't think. First time playing Magic. The game, I have a love-hate game relationship with this game, Angamar. Some of the strategy and drafting and building a deck and then playing against a human opponent is super fun, but it's also very frustrating, the variance in a game like this. Happy to see Breeding Pool. Is there a link to see what's in the cube? There is. It's at the start of your MTG page. I think maybe I can show you, but yes, there is the answer to that. White green duel is fine if we're gonna be playing Cloud Blazer and or things like where's the other one? Unburial Rights. Then we're gonna want white mana. As long as it's our core colors, that's fine. Charming Prince Wield, as did Helm and Hanged Executioner. They're both. These are very slow. I mean, this card you don't really want. It says fastest synergies, but doesn't really work as a 2 mana unless we're much more white later. I don't really want to play this as like slow white green removal. I think we'll take the Charming Prince. I mean, the thing about the Helm is Helm will trigger ETB stuff. So like Visionary will generate more cards if you Helm it up. And we are kind of setting that up, but it feels like a win more in a deck that's going to have plenty of value. So I'm not sure. All right, take all of these. All right, pack 2. We've got a take an extra turn, a mill card that draws your cards. This is a bit slow. What are we? Green? Green, blue core. Looking to splash white. We weren't really planning on splashing red. Showdown is excellent. Black removal. Not necessary. I mean, we want to play binding. We have no planeswalkers, nothing that generates tokens particularly, so the proliferate's not very good for us. There's no amazing duels here either. Just 2 bags. This might be a pack. I guess this is a patient rebuilding. I mean, we're a slow kind of dirty deck. This could be too slow for us. I think this god is the... I don't like this one. This is my least favorite of them. I tried this Kazmina God of Voyage shit, and that is the slowest effect I've ever seen in my life. To the point where I was like, I would forget about the fact that I have a 2/4, because it would be exiled for like 3 turns, and then I'd like be like, I'd play a land, and I'd get some like trigger, and I'd be like, what the fuck is triggering? And then I'm like, oh yeah, that stupid god I cast 8 turns ago has done nothing. All right, Sword of Body and Mind is a mill card. It's also insanely powerful. I don't know if we have any creatures yet. Like 2. But the rest of the pack's pretty bad for us. The Arachneer is medium to weak power level. Cast out if we're playing enough white as removal. We do have some white duels here in colors we're not really planning on playing. There's a Citadel. Intervention seems a bit slow to me as well. I don't hate this cast out. I'm not sure we're playing white or not. We start with that Cloud Blazer, but it doesn't mean we're there. I'm going to take the sword. Colorless. Win con. I mean, it's not like we need a win con. We're gonna outvalue the shit out of them if we get our combos going. But I do like this effect. You love patient rebuilding. I think this is really strong in a dirtily set like M19, and I think in a power level of the cube draft, I don't think it's all that strong, because I don't think this is fast enough. It's a lot of mana investment for an effect that can't be accelerated. All the other ones, you draw faster, you mill them faster. This card, no. So I did learn that Waking the Trolls is different than I thought it was. You get a creature for each land difference you have. So if you have 3 more lands, you get 3 trolls, but it's still not very good. So we got a Settle here, Kiora. We got Tree God giving me mana of any color, who makes my legendary creatures tap for better mana. We got a very powerful dragon. First IO in games is pretty decent. This might just give me presence. This is card draw and creature generation on 3. I also want the Cemetery and the Evolving Wilds. I'll play the Negate. I might play the Negate. I think I'm taking this over this. I really don't like this card. A 1/4 for 3 is a really expensive mana dork, and 2 green cost in that is rough. Take Fixing where possible. Yeah, there's something about that. There's Once Upon a Time there. Teferi's Tutelage is a much better mill card. It doesn't give you card advantage, but only costs you 3 mana as opposed to 5. Immediately fixes your hand a little bit, and then if you accelerate your card draw, you accelerate your timer. This card is okay too, but I think I take the Tutelage here. So we now have 3 mill cards. So White Green Duel is a Dryad Green Seeker. Animation Module, not really any targets in our deck. There's a Neutralize, which is pretty unexciting, and Tezzeret, it's pretty unexcited. The Magda's excellent. There's been a lot of good red cards we've just put around. Do we have enough creatures? I mean, this card has no ETB effects, but it is card advantage, and it's a nice body. I think I'm going to take the Green Seeker. I think Once Upon a Time really shines in a different format than a one-off in a draft format. I understand that card got banned for being too strong, but it was like banned for being too strong when you're like playing 4 of them and mulliganing to actively get those. Consign Oblivion's okay. Thirst for Meaning seems not great. Disdainful Stroke's okay. There's a Fabled Passage and a Temple. Fabled Passage is a pretty nice fixer. There's also an Explore.
Always come up early for me, but either way, sub message 1 of 2, I guess.
I'll take the Fabled Passage. Thank you, Angamar, for the resub. Welcome back, man. Alright. So mana base is looking okay. Power level of our deck's not great right now, especially missing any fast creature interactions right now. So we gotta pick up something. I think this card might be a payoff in green-blue. So let's see. Sigiled Sword's a bit slow. Trickster's very solid. Both as a 2-drop and also as something to recurve. It's a black-green duel, which is nice. I don't really like this dinosaur as an accelerant. This guy is something crazy though, right? Cast your first spell each turn, which is anything you cast. Reveal the top card of your library. You may cast it without paying its mana cost if it costs less, or you can put it in your hand. I mean, that seems pretty good for us. I would like this duel, but I haven't seen this card play yet, and it seems like it's solid. It's a bit expensive of 2/3 body for 4 that doesn't do anything. The rest of it's pretty good. All right, another search, a 2-mana accelerant, treasure map as fixing and an accelerant, Warrant Warden as a kind of okay stalling card that sometimes is that, and we got the Sphinx. 4-mana 4/4 flyer is decent. No ETBs. I love the accelerant off Mindstone too, though. I think I'm taking Mindstone. I like Sphinx, but I'm not. That card is like medium, right? It's not good. It's kind of. It's not good. It's not bad kind of deal in this format. I'll take this Showdown. I'm never playing Return of the Wild Speaker. I mean, it's a 5-mana draw, but it's equal to number of creatures. That doesn't seem very good. Or it's a wide pump effect. Also not very good for us. All right. I'll take Showdown. We may or may not play it. Lantern Cantrip. There was a little bit of hate there. Maybe that would have been better than the red. There's a much higher upside to this card. It's just I'm not sure we're ever going to get the mana base for that, right? Cast Out Wield. I'll take it. We have enough white sources that a instant speed hit anything kind of exile effect that we can cycle if we don't need it is pretty good. I'm not sure we're playing much white. Right now it's only Cloud Blazer and Cast Out, but if we play Showdown or Charming Prince, maybe we want to be a bit more multicolored. Settle, Waking the Trolls, Negate, and Kiora. Kiora does nothing for us. Kiora doesn't do anything for us either. So this is what? Negate, or if I'm really greedy, something like Waking the Trolls. I don't really think we're going to get white here. I'm trying not to play Mountains either. So we'll see. Once Upon a Time, Wield. Dude, I think Monument's really solid. Not for our deck. This card's okay too. I'll take the Once Upon a Time when I get it on the wheel. We could take Castle Vantress, which is pretty solid. Or we could take Tezzeret. Tezzeret is just basically a 5-mana generate 1/1 flyers. I mean, maybe that's good enough with our sword. Unbreakable Formation is absolutely insanely busted. I'm really surprised to see it there. It's not going to make our deck, but okay. All right, let's see what pack 3 gets us. We've got a 6-mana Dork. We've got a Kaya in white and black, both of which are splash colors a little bit harder. Hostage Taker, one of our primary colors, has amazing synergy with Thassa. It's just a really busted card. Hits artifacts as well as creatures. Other than that, we've got a Lay Claim and a Jeskai Elder. We also have a Guardian Idol. I mean, good cards in this pack, but I think the Hostage Taker is premium here. You like this card? I think this card is really overrated. All right, our deck seems extremely dirtily at the moment. All right. Have I ever played against Taylor? Nope. Or if I have, I haven't noticed it. Like, I don't know what his screen name is on MTGA, but no, I've never like actively sat down to play with him. Search is solid for us. Back for More is okay with recursion. Primal Might's kind of cheap removal if you have creatures already. Get blown out by instants. Commit to Memory is all right. I think this is just Search. I don't think this is Back for More. We don't have any big creatures. We've got some ETBs, which are nice, but I'm okay with Search. Can be accelerant. It's card selection, and later card advantage, and sometimes acceleration. All right. All right, Lyra, Overwhelming Splendor. What are their black cards? Double black removal, solid black early game. We've got a Gem Razor, whatever it's called, that kills artifacts and enchantments as a mutate, which is pretty nice. We've got an Alarios as a blocker and a 2-mana fixer / accelerant.
The raving masses.
The Republic. Thanks for the donation, man. I think I just might have to take this 3-drop to survive. I kind of want this or that. There's a lot of cards I hope wheel. The Cold Heart, the Golden Egg, the Gem Razor, the White-Blue Duel. All of those are fine. I don't even think this card is that good. But I'm looking at our early game, and we don't have many 2-drops, don't have many 3-drops. The 2-drops and 3-drops we have don't really trade. Like, I got to get some bodies in this deck so we don't just get bodied. All right. Priestess, 3-mana, Elf Lord, creates elves. That's... And we have some elves. Like 2. Got a preserver. We've got the okay, black, green, white duel. Pretty nice. Black, red duel, not as good. Languish as a black, double black sweeper. Jace, Warden as white removal, green as some scammy fucking big dude. So between the perfect and the... I like Preserver. Preserver often trades up. And I like the Biome. This card is not very exciting. Maybe it's good enough. We'll see. 1 white mana generate a 2/2 is... Or 1 green mana generate a 2/2 is actually pretty solid. So maybe it's good enough. Anyways. Eldest Reborn, super good valuable card. We have another creature generator. Traxos. Hard to pass the Eldest Reborn if we're playing black mana. Do we have black fixing? We really don't. We're only... Oh, we want to play Binding though. I'm playing Binding. I think here between Eldest Reborn and Ovoya, Eldest Reborn can be a problem for this deck. We don't have any early interaction, which means that a lot of the time I feel like by the time we can roll out an Eldest Reborn, they have 3 creatures on board. So we're getting their worst creature as opposed to anything useful. Maul's pretty solid in a deck that cares. This card might be good enough. Land / 3 drop. Birth is alright, but not in our main colors. We don't have any synergies with Witch Cauldron. Spring to Mind seems actually pretty good for us too. Maybe that's better than Mammoth. I feel like we're going to die. I wouldn't mind seeing that Spring to Mind come back. And Vandal's good, but we don't have any creatures, or very few creatures. This is going to be a little tough. It's going to be a 1/3 a large portion of the time, which doesn't seem good enough to me. I'm going to take the Mammoth. Alright, red-green duel. We do have 1 red card we're considering playing. Blue-green duel. Mana accelerant on 3 that can be sacked. Black removal that costs me life. I don't like Fae of Wishes. I don't think we're trying to play red. I think I take blue-green duel here and be pretty happy about it. I think we're trying to be blue-green, black-white. Or possibly just blue-green, white. Alright, create a token to card. If red-green was used to spell, create a token and except the opponent has fight up. Okay, we don't want that. What are these? Cheap white hate. Draw demonic packs. Red-black duel with cycling. These cards don't seem useful to us. Alright, early dude who requires us to have spells, which we don't have, but sometimes have. Cycles a little bit. Late claim is a very expensive. Gain control. Oh, there's a Guardian Idol. I'll take that. 2 mana accelerant seems great. 5 mana dude who draws us a card. Sometimes draws us 2 cards. White bounce. I'm not wearing... I really don't like colorless lands in decks that are going multicolored here. I think I take that. I'm not sure if we play it. The Karuga. It's a golden egg wield, as well as a fury and a thirst for knowledge. I'll take the egg. Egg is cycling and fixing. The Triland and the 2-drop wield. This is white, black, green, which is actually pretty valuable to me. Also cycles. I think it's Triome. I think I took some other 2-drops to make up for the fact that we're a little weak for that. I'll take Traxos. I don't think we can play him, but we might be able to. I got to count permanents. It's just a really cheap cost here. I'm not playing Cauldron. I'm not playing Maul. And the Obelisk wield. Okay, so what's the problem with... Okay, my initial thoughts on this deck are we're going to have a decent mana base. We're going to have decent accelerant. I'm a little worried we don't have anything that... we don't have much in the way of payoffs. Like, I'm pretty glad we ended up with, like, a Coglug because I look at this deck and I'm kind of like, what the fuck are we going to... What are we going to do with this deck? We didn't actually end up hitting a super amount of Thassa synergies. So we need to make this deck defensive enough that we can survive and then tight enough that we can actually do something to win. So our Dirtle seems a little excessive to me. What does this card do? Draw cards equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. And then you cast a spell with 5 or less. I mean, that, dude, I don't know if I like these. There's that blue one that's kind of like this too. At least the blue one interacts with the board. This means I have to have a board. All right, okay, let's start with this. Is Charming Prince good enough to play with a mana base? How much fixing do we have over here? We've got, first of all, we need to remove 1 card because we have a land spell card. I don't remember which one right now, but I know we put, okay. And also, let's take care of this sub before I forget. There's fallacies. Okay. Open fallacies. Yep. Pop to an open window. Sure. Gift them a sub. Click. Gift the sub. Click. Gift a sub does nothing. Awesome. I mean, it does nothing. Okay. Let's try from a different interface. Let's try from here. Gift a sub. Yep. Gift a subscription. Okay. There we go. All right. Gifted sub to fallacies, courtesy of Dr. Nobody. All right. Now let's build this deck. All right, Maul out. 3 drops I'm pretty happy with. I don't think I'm playing Unstable Obelisk. I need bodies. I'm not sure about Charming Prince. I want to play the Cast Out. I'm not sure about Showdown right now. I think I kind of set up not to play red mana. Double Accelerants and a Fixer there is quite a lot. I don't like Reclaimer, but it also fixes. I'm not playing a Dive Down. I don't know about Negate here. I fucking hate Oracle. 2 blue's kind of rough too. I don't really want to play that card. Unsure about Once Upon a Time. I feel like in our deck, a significant portion of the time, this is 2 mana, instant, scry a land. I'll think about it. Search is also kind of whatever. So we're weak, pretty light on 2 drops, although all of our 2 drops are either fixing or accelerant, which is okay. I don't know about Clock. I think our 3s are pretty solid right now with the questionable look at the sword. Maybe these should be over here. The cards I would like to have in the deck, but I'm not so sure about total count right now. Cast Down, Thassa, Hostage Taker, Binding, all really solid. Rishima's kind of questionable. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're on quite a lot of 7, 8, 9 if we play this card. 10. 11 if we play this card. 12. It's a lot of Traxos triggers, especially if we're just using him as a 7/7 wall. Egg is fine, chat. It cycles itself and draws you a card and fixes your mana. No one's super excited about it, but I don't hate it either. It's just it's not bad enough to be like, oh, we have to remove it. All right, dries us cards. Okay. Draw a card for each permanent you control with converted mana cost. It's permanent, not creature, and it's not power, it's CMC. We have other permanents. Thassa sticks around, Cast Out tends to stick around. Midnight Clock sticks around, Tutelage sticks around. This might be like a 5 mana draw too. I think you Cult of Neresis. Unburial Right's a card we need in this deck either. We have no way to cheat cards into our graveyard. It's just like kind of slow recursion. I mean, being able to recast like a Hostage Taker is definitely solid. It does go well with ETB cards. It's okay on Visionary. It's okay on Alarios. It's excellent with Kogla. I don't know. So let's pull these cards out and just have a look for a second, like what the deck is missing. So that's 36. I think our mana base is fine. I mean, I'll poke it in a second to really see. I'm not sure we can afford to run red on this mana base, although we do have 2 cards. This is essentially a swamp. And we don't have, I mean, the problem with something, it's a little bit unfortunate, it's white-red, and one of our duels is a white-red, so this doesn't count twice. I don't know if I want to run red sources here. All right, what was our creature land card? That was, oh, the Mammoth. So are we 1 card over right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 11, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, we're 1 over. So we just I'll cut a random card here. Cut a random land. So I'm going to play probably 17 with this deck. Don't have a lot of draw. Have some acceleration. Have a top end. All right. What do we add into this? We got 5 cards in. Early game is not super solid, but I think we're playing our best early game stuff. Neither this card nor that card are particularly strong early game, although search is okay. We aren't playing Patient Rebuilding right now. We have a tutelage in. Is that our only mill card right now? It is. I don't know if I can afford a fucking Patient Rebuilding. I kind of wanted to check this card out. We don't have much in the way of flyers, so it feels like I'm gonna have a hard time forcing attacks through with like sword. I was hoping to pick up a couple cheap flyers, and we only ended up with Cloud Blazer. We're also really weak on removal. It's just binding at the moment. Binding, Hostage Taker, and Cast Out. Hey Nieblis, welcome back.
My name is Nieblis, and I approve of these dual lands.
Nieblis. It's Nieblis. Silly talking voice. Consign Oblivion. Not really where I want to be. Unburial Rites, not where I want to be. What else does this do? Turn target human to make it indestructible. I have got a human scout to bounce. A human pirate to bounce. I believe it's a human soldier. Although I probably don't want to bounce my tokens. And a human. So I've got, actually really 6 synergies with that. We have a number of humans that have ETBs that we would like to use with that. That's pretty good, actually. We have a chunk of historic cards to activate Traxos. It's just a 4 mana do nothing for us on 7, which is kind of rough. I feel like card advantage is useful to us. This card is always card advantage, right? I don't hate playing that. I've wanted to play this ever since I've seen this card. It feels a little slow, but I think it would be worth seeing. Maybe as Kanta here. Do we have things we can pull for? Is it non-creature? Non-creature, non-land. So I could pull for Eldest Reborn. I can pull for Cast Out. It's not a whole lot though, is it? Alright, what are we doing with all of our mana acceleration? Idols and stones and clocks and whatnot. Maybe there's room for Patient Rebuilding. Chat, we've already done the count on Traxos. We started by counting all the cards in our deck out loud about Traxos. We have a fair amount. We're not going to be able to attack with Traxos every turn or something, but we're going to be able to untap it fairly reliably. The question is it worth it as a 4 mana 7/7 wall, 7/7 ground-based creature in a high-powered format that's an artifact? I'm not sure it is. I mean, we do have to kill them at some point too, probably. I don't hate having a rebirth effect in this deck. Killing them sounds boring. Yeah, not wrong. Alright, so Tezzeret's a little bit better if I'm playing the sword. We got 1 big body trampler and 1 flyer, and everybody else is just kind of whatever. I'm not sure sword gets us any value. It's expensive to equip, and it's really only at, it's such a strong effect. 2/2 and protection from green and blue is just nuts. So part of me is kind of like, I want to play this card because it seems so good. Another part of me is like, it seems to have no synergy with our deck. What are we at right now for activations on Traxos? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's a fair number. What else do we want to play out of this? Maybe Once Upon a Time. Maybe an elf that fixes our lands. Maybe the Patient Rebuilding. So I could see Traxos, Patient Rebuilding, and Sword come in. Sword, I'm still really questionable on Sword. We have to hit with it, and I'm just not sure we're actually going to. So let's say we grab Patient Rebuilding and Traxos. We've got mana accelerants, so putting some 5s and 6s in isn't the end of the world. I think a card like this is we're gonna struggle with. Maybe we accelerate into this, but we have to have a body on the board. I mean, I guess it synergizes with Traxos. Traxos already on the board. Let's draw 7. Once Upon a Time for mana fixing. I don't know. I don't really like this card very much. It's great when you draw it first, for sure. Then it cycles itself and draws you a land, and you're kind of like, huh, couldn't I have just done that by not having it in my deck? And you're like, yeah. I kind of want this Reclaimer in. We've got an Elf Lord. We care about mana fixing. We're going to have excess mana to use at instant speed off things like Mind Stones. I don't hate the Negate. I don't hate the Reclaimer. I don't hate the Search. I don't hate the Once Upon a Time. I kind of want to try Ristkar's Expertise. It seems a little greedy, but maybe it's okay. And maybe Sword's okay. Did you just tell me that the Sword would be for the mill with the mill theme deck I have? No, I'm aware of what the Sword does. The question is, does it work in this deck? That's the problem with Sword. We have 12 creatures. I think I have the creatures for Ristkar. All we need is one creature with power resolve. We got a 7, a 5, a 7 again, a 6 if Thassa's on the board. But I mean, if Thassa's on the board, we're probably winning pretty heavily anyways. I can't decide about this card. I kind of want to try it to see. Consign Oblivion for Consign. Trying to target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Yeah, tempo cards are sometimes stronger with mill too, since tempo is pretty valuable when they're on a clock. So we have nothing to stack our graveyard, although we do have graveyard synergy with both Eldest Reborn and Unburial Rites. There is something to be said about just running Azcanta, right? Like, certainly the Sunken Rune portion of it's very powerful. When it triggers, we can reburst some stuff with that. Card selection's nice. It's another trigger for Traxos. Kind of like it. I might be here. So not playing Once Upon a Time, not playing Expertise, not playing Reclaimer, not playing Tezzeret. Seems weird. This guy does defend himself, but we're not playing Sword. And Sword and Tezzeret kind of go together in my opinion. It's not like we have other artifact synergies, really. I mean, I guess sometimes we end up just cycling that out. Do I need Golden Egg here? So, all right, Golden Egg is a Traxos trigger and a cycling card, but it may not be good enough here. It does fix mana. Let's take a look at our mana base if we play this. What is it? Oh, I just removed Forest accidentally. Rip. Let's take a look at our mana base. So what is this? We are green-blue core. That's 7 green there with 5 blue. Got a Triome for green-black. Green-black? Yeah, green-black. So this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 green, plus a Fabled Passage and a Mammoth. Just 9, 10 green is probably fine. What is this for blue? 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a little light on blue. We don't need 2 swamps. We go down to 1 swamp. So then we'll have Triome, Fabled Passage, and a swamp. So it's what, another island? So it's Pathway, Swamp, Triome, Passage, for swamp. Depends if we need this golden egg. It's another source. Blue-white's a little tricky. No, it's not. We have 1, 2, 3 white, 4, 5 white sources. That's actually more. It's 5, 6, 7 there. Okay. We're fine on blue. We're fine on white. We're fine on black. We're fine on green. We don't have to have an egg here. It is another trigger for Traxos, and it's cheap and it replaces itself. But we have strong cards sitting on our sideboard. We could just drop the egg. It's another 2-drop, which I like. It's kind of like drawing early feels like fixing to me. So colorless draw cards at like 1 and 2 mana, or 3 mana maybe even, especially 2. Seems like it fixes you get more chances to draw lands, right? So less times to lose from that. What do we play if we don't play the egg? Once Upon a Time, I guess. Better than Reclaimer? Maybe. The problem with this card is you spend a bunch of mana and it fixes your shit for you a little bit, but it doesn't do anything ever. Sword. I have a hard time imagining what we're equipping sword to in this deck. Like, when do we find the tempo to equip sword, and who are we equipping it to, and who are we threatening with that, right? Like, I just don't think so. I think it might actually be the Consign to Oblivion. So I don't really want another 5-drop in here, although Tezzeret seems fine. Once Upon a Time or Consign to Oblivion. Let's try Consign. We are a mill deck, so extra things is good for us. Where did it go? I just put the card in, but it doesn't seem to have actually showed up. Isn't it a 2-drop? What do they characterize? Oh, they've characterized it as a 7-drop. Dude, I love how they do that. It's a card that's 2, then a 5, so they count it as a 7. Excuse me? All right. Checked out the Strix cards? I have not yet. All right, I think this is the deck we're playing. We're not playing Sword. I would like to maybe specify our last card. All right, let's compare the strength of Consign versus Sword for this deck in general. What do we want to call this deck, chat? Any names sticking out to all y'all? A mess? You think it's bad? I don't know, man. I kind of like it. Kong Rides Again. My wife watched a Kong movie the other day. No Once Upon a Time. Missing White. We're playing white. It's right there. Hope and Prayer. You guys don't like this deck, huh? Kong versus Godzilla? No, it was super bad, but it was fun to just, you know, watch something meaningless, mindless. I think we're gonna call this deck Doubters. And what do you guys want me playing nonstop? You're super big on, what was the card? The Sword. All right, let's do it. Do you guys think we can get 5 wins with such a deck? Let me know. Let's get going. Once Upon a Time is a great card. You should run it. I'm going to start banning people on my channel for using that language. You need to justify why in a game where I have to remove cards from my deck to get down to 40, why I should play that card over the cards I've chosen. That's literally the basic requirement of asking for a card in, is you have to justify why it's better than the card I'm already playing. Okay. All right, so 2-lander going second with Azcanta in hand to fix for us here. It's too bad I don't have green land, but oh well. It's an accelerant. It's a nice play. It might even be better than the Azcanta here. We don't have our next land. What do I get with 3 here? It's not better. So it has to be Island, Azcanta. We'd love to get the Guardian Idol out, but I gotta start fixing for lands. Once Upon a Time can take the place of a land slot. It really can't. Another island, not ideal here. We do go up to 4 next turn from that. Okay. Guardian taps for 1. It's 2 to make it a 2/2, which does not tap it. And it taps for 1 colorless. Emergent Predator's super strong. I like to steal that, in fact. Alright, Azcanta got us to Forest, which is nice. We're on 5 lands here. Get Eldest Reborn. We're going to eat the Visionary. He can't sack it in response, so it's just still going to be a 3/3. It does eat my graveyard, which is kind of annoying, and it shows him we have graveyard synergies here. I've been happily dumping stuff in my graveyard, but I forgot this card thins out graveyards. I don't have white mana, so I can't draw. Could just Hostage Taker it immediately, but we're going to run into whatever removal he has. Could also Patient Rebuilding now, but I think it's too slow. I think this is Eldest Reborn. Okay. I think Patient Rebuilding's too slow. He's got 5 power on the board, and one of them is a growing aggressive card. And I'm going to have to start making answers for it. So I think I want my my Saga ticking here. Start generating its value, pull me back stuff, etc. I'm going to try stealing this Emergent Predator in a moment. He's on 4 colors right now. Black, red, green. No, 3 colors. Black, red, green. Hello, stationary. I don't think I need that. We're on 4 mana. I think that's just the graveyard. She just discarded removal. You can only eat 1 card. We could get a Traxos in play. It's not super exciting. I think Patient, again, is too slow here. I think I Hostage Taker his Predator here. It's going to get removed, but I buy myself a turn of attacks and prevent him from removing cards from my graveyard for a turn. That seems good enough. So I think it's Develop Mind Stone, then cast Hostage Taker. Hope he doesn't have instant speed for this. Although red mana up and a pause there sucks. I think we're about to get punished, chat. Don't have a lot of other plays here though. Well, he didn't end step me. That's nice. The pause is a sack ability? I mean, the pause could be the sack ability. It also might not be the sack ability. Okay, I'm still taking your Emergent Predator. Just heads up. I wouldn't mind white mana. Okay. Alright, still his Emergent Predator seems great. Let's tutor up a Plains. Run out our Imperious Perfect, whatever the fuck this thing is. Okay. Waking the Trolls. So he kills one of my lands. My Plains. And then steals it and then generates like 3 trolls. It's gonna be annoying. That's probably good enough, huh? What's my graveyard look like? I've got 5. I have green mana. Is that good enough? I think so. It's draw too. Alright, so I'm going to patient rebuilding this turn, get in with the Predator, eat his graveyard. I'm going to eat this card that he has sitting there. I only have 1 green mana. That's kind of annoying, so I can leave that open. I guess if I cast this, leaving the forest open, then can generate a 1/1, that's okay. Alright, I was kind of hoping to get Azcanta going off, but at the moment, no. Oh, yeah, and he pulls my land anyways. So he's gonna try to beat me with a shit ton of trolls, I guess. He's hitting his lands. Wow. Okay. It's kind of annoying we didn't get a single turn off of patient rebuilding. And he's got 6 lands, so he generates tokens. What is the end of his hand? Remove my win con, play out a card that generates 5/5 dragons every turn. Fucking hell. That's miserable. Like, we're already going to have to deal with fucking, like, 3 trolls or something, because we've been mana screwed. He's got 4 more lands than us, so we have to generate 4 trolls. That's so bad. That's so rough. I don't think that gets us anywhere. It's a white source is nice. Alright, so we're in a lot of chump blocking. I don't know what the hell I can do about this card, though. That card's going to beat me. I can't stop 5/5 red flying tokens. They don't have haste, right? No. Can I eat cards out of his graveyard? I can't. Maybe I should have eaten my planes. Can't flip Azcanta, we're missing a card. I guess this reduces the troll count by 1. I mean, I don't have a lot of options here. So we swing with Dragon. This is actually the last turn we can swing with anything else too. I'm going to swing with the 2/2. And maybe the 2/3 as well. I think like that actually. What's in my graveyard? I want cards in my graveyard, so we're gonna eat. He might be able to recur things, so we're gonna eat that for now. I hate that he used my plane to generate that. It's a fair chunk of damage. There's 7 there. Play this out. Play this out. I already played land. Maybe we draw with end step Mind Stone. So annoying. He gets to trigger this. They're trampled too. That's annoying. Shit. Did I tap my green mana? I tapped my green mana because I had to tap green mana. Okay. So I don't get my 2/2. And he top decks Vivian. The man is literally insane. Like, his last card is a card that generates 5/5 tokens. A saga that's garbage, but in this case gets him 3 4/4s and top deck Vivian. Can we stop?
Feel the wrath of Scala.
Alright, I need some answers here. That's really good. Alright, how much mana do I have? 3, 6, 7. I have to cast this. There's no real option. I can't revolve Cloud Blazer. I can swing. If I swing, I potentially die. I've got a 5/5 that challenges everything on the board right now. I hate that this card keeps growing. This doesn't hit Planeswalkers, right? He can plus it next turn. I think he protects it. Do I die on this crackback? Go to 9. I don't have a lot of stuff there. All right, so if I go 1, 2, 3, and then it's 1, 2, 3. Okay, I still can do this. All right, so this is my green trunk. Okay. So let's cast the clock. Question is, do I try to pressure this turn or not? If he doesn't kill me, he dies in the crackback. Maybe. But it's my only blocker. I'm not sure if it's right attacking here. It feels like one of the ways I can survive this is to just kill him next turn. Fucking trolls don't have reach or something dumb, right? Okay, I like that. That's a lot of pressure off me. Okay, we're gonna run out Thassa, so let's go Midnight Clock. Into Thassa, leaving up green mana. Okay. Am I removing trolls or removing dragon creator? I think I'm removing dragon creator. When does this trigger? Beginning of your upkeep. Shit, do I survive this round with these attackers? I do. Do I play it out? I could just fucking play it out. Wish I had one more land here. Oh, it's already happened. I can't play it out this turn. Okay, that's fine. He doesn't get it back till the Hostage Taker dies, but it's on end step, so can't play it out. I don't know if the attack was right. Like, I forced him to chump with the 5/5 dragon, which was nice. I mean, the guy just top decks. Like, what can I do? All right. I guess you get your guy back. You remove my dude that you don't get to interact with. You remove my synergy with Thassa. Okay. It's kind of fucking irritating.
No one knows the wilds like I do.
He is a top decking god. Yeah, I could have exiled a token. So what's our overrun look like? He always takes 6 in the air. He's got plenty of blockers, so we're gonna block here. I don't have 3 green, unfortunately. It's too bad. This would be super good with what we have. Got 2 green. I mean, this is healing and card draw, though, which is pretty fucking solid for us. I think I killed Vivian here. He's going to be generating dragons, which is kind of nonsense.
Not again.
Tap Talk is 4 on Thassa. But we want to generate a dude, so. Okay. What will we top deck this turn, chat? Stay tuned. Taking 8. So we have lethal on the crackback with Thassa, right? So we just need to survive this. Should have actually. Oh, I would have to make this that or 2/2. Well, now we have 2 lethal attackers with that 1 extra damage from Midnight Attacker. Or Midnight, Night Reaper, whatever his fucking name is. What's the devotion for this? 5? Okay. Alright, I've got tons of mana. We could attempt to just win the game. There's a couple ways we could do it. Could run out the ape. I don't hate running out the ape as like a defensive measure rather than just tapping. Does use all of our green. But kind of so what, right? So now the backup is, even if he has answers to our big flyers to kill him, you can't return tokens, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Opponent still was top decking gas, but I'm surprised we got there with his top decks there. I thought we were gonna lose to just like those insane top decks. Okay. Steel was huge. The Immersion Predator, yeah. I think if we had played it slower, I think we'd have lost because life was an issue. His stealing our planes was really brutal, and then using, I mean, like it was just an annoying game for sure. Our top decks were fine. I mean, we had Azcanta. What was his reasons for top decks? He just top decked naturally and we had to pay a resource to do it. I am running the add-on that shows cards. Are anyone else having trouble with Cardboard Live? Because we are running that. It broke? Alright, let me restart it real quick. Oh, well shit, chat. That's unfortunate. Speak up. This is the first time someone's done anything. Alright, I just restarted it. Let me know if it changed anything. I can restart Arena after this game if it didn't change anything. It works? Okay. There seems to be some ordering with starting Arena and starting Cardboard Live. It might have been on me. Alright, Green Seeker on 2 into Acceleration on 3 seems great. We're going first too. These are both tapped. I don't know what these cards do. Oh, they're just those types of cards. I see. Alright. Can accelerate out into a turn 3 Patient Rebuilding, seems fine. I guess it's turn 4. Interesting. So we're searching up forests then, huh? A little low on gas right now. Don't put it on that though. Thanks. It's a good turn for Patient Rebuilding, going first with a Mana Dork to accelerate it out and our opponent not having pushed any pressure on the board. This is like the perfect time to get this on the board. Now he's playing Esper, so there is some... He might care about things in his graveyard. Wow, we haven't drawn a card off it. We're technically low on gas till we actually see Patient Rebuilding start ticking. Last time opponent removed it before we got a single card out of it. Before we got a single mill out of it. Opponent digs for things to kill Patient Rebuilding. Maybe you'll instant source your card from among them, put it onto your hand, put the rest in the bottom of your library. Okay. Alright, this is probably a turn where we're going to use... I mean, we have cards still. You just pull out Thassa's Intervention. It doesn't remove cards, right? It's just another search card? Okay. I mean... Okay. Ooh, Thassa is nice here. Alright, so... I have 6 mana. 7 if I play Clock, so I could Clock into Thassa. Seems good. I'm a little worried we're going to mill ourselves to death, so maybe we got to be a little careful with that. I guess I have Clock on the table, so mill's a little less likely on my side. But currently we're equal in mill to our opponent. And we're actually at 4 devotion right now. So 1 activates this as a 6/5 and start beating him in the head with Thassa too. Got gas in hand. Seems like good shape right now. I'll keep that. Don't hate seeing that. Alright, so we do have our green mana for 8, but he's got counter mana open and a counter spell that we can see. I kind of want to force him to counter something I don't give a shit about. I think I might lead with the known first Eroian Games and then follow up with Alrios, because I would like to resolve the last blue permanent needed to give Thassa life. So I'm expecting this gets countered. I wonder if I had, what, pay 2, so I have to pay 4? I have 4. That's interesting. The thing is, I don't really care about the first Ion games. I think I just really let that resolve. Decline. Okay, and I'm going to run this dude out. Well, he chose that play. So maybe his thought was, if I pay it, I can't cast my second spell anyways. I don't know. Alright, and we're going to combat. And I think I'm bouncing my 2/3 and just generating more of these fucking tokens, right? I don't need to draw cards right now. I've got tons of gas in hand. And I want to kill him. There's something weird, like if I already have one, I can't do it, right? No, I just can't untap while I have the reflections. That's fine. Okay. Elric. For the 17 months. Welcome back. Thank you very much. Create a 1/1 bird token flying. You gain 2 life. Whenever one or more creatures you control with flying deal combat damage to play this turn, look at the place. Okay. You spend 4 mana 1/1. Okay, accepted. Blue Devotion is a total number of blue permanents with this. So the symbol here, see how it's a permanent? Okay, a couple of things with that. The island symbol, it's counting number of island symbols that I have developed on the board. So counts itself for 1, counts this for 1, counts that for 2, and then counts this guy for 1. That's where I get 5 for Blue Devotion. Okay. Alright, opponent's tapped out. I've got plenty of forests. We could develop Giant Monkey Boy, or we could develop Traxos. I feel like Traxos this turn into Monkey Boy next turn is like a blowout and wins the game instantly. It's my suspicion. But I could also Kogla, then fight again with Thassa, which seems kind of funny. So let's do combat first. I don't really need my mana dork that I'm aware of. I mean, I don't have 10 mana, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's pretty close. Also got a consign. I just don't care about these cards right now. All right, let's go to combat. Okay. He draws cards with bird. I don't think I care if he draws cards with bird. He draws 1 card. We've got threats on a number of levels, right? We've got card advantage, we're milling him. We have recursion, and we've got bodies on the board. So I'm not sure any single card fixes that. Planar cleansing maybe or something, right? I guess he could have that too, he's playing white. When's my next hot tub stream? Oh, sorry man, that's sub only. You understand. I'm a little tempted to kill this now. So we get him for 6 here, bring him to 11. I mean, he's so fucked right now. I don't need Traxos, though. I could just consign the bird. Like, play out Traxos, consign the bird, call it a turn. That seems more reasonable than what I was considering. Still got Monkey for next turn. Traxos. Was I calling it Craxos? Yeah, sure. The big 7/7. This is an instant. I don't want to let him untap with this though. I'm fine with him just not being able to counter this. Hey Nobu. Don't get to see Thassa doing her beating very often, huh? Kinda nice. When is next set release? I think it's the 13th or 14th or something. So I think it's next week. So about a week from now, Nobu, roughly. Alright. Opponent's strategy of playing a bunch of tap lands and slowly doing nothing with counter spells going second. Yeah, it turns out he'd like to have gone first. I mean, I'm expecting something like a sweeper here or something, but we've got a pretty resilient board right now, and we are still ahead of him in mill, which is good. This card is so questionable. You can mill yourself like half the time. Card's strong, but sure. What are you killing? It's an exile too. He can kill my god, and perhaps he will.
If you want a job done right, hire.
Okay, aren't you still dead? Are you dead on board too? I guess he's banking on Traxos not untapping. Do we have a date?
You're getting yours
Friday?
Do your first shot.
Yeah. First shot?
Yeah, you're doing the modern one.
Okay. First COVID vaccine shot on Friday, chat. Pretty excited about that. Soon I'll be able to walk around. Alright, so he's one off dead here right now. Is this a legendary? It's not. That is, though. Do I want to draw cards? CMC 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 draw. I'm at 20. I can still do that and be okay. I'm now at 18. Can I cast them both? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I cannot. Do I care? He doesn't have counter magic up. I think if I untap this, I probably win. I'd rather save Monkey for a surprise kill a creature blocker kind of deal. So I think this is just resolve this guy. I'm going to draw a silly amount of cards. 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. It's a lot. I'm going to go down to 12. All right. It's fine. It's fine, chat. Yeah. Soon? No. When I wait my 2 weeks off my fucking vaccine and get double shots in this Nobu, I am gonna consider that good enough. Okay. Got 4 lands, can nuke this. What does this card do? Nothing. So I could hit him for 9. I can hit him for 10, leave him at 1. This card really doesn't do anything. So I don't think I need to add more to the board. I kind of wish I could get his cards, but no, I'm 1 off. Okay. So we're gonna draw all of our cards anyways. Might as well bring this in tapped. Anything else I want to play? I could play out the 2/2, but I don't think it helps. Okay. Kind of maybe put on counters on the clock so I don't deck myself here. Does it discard my card? Hand? Shuffle your hand and grave it? Yeah, okay. So it is. Annoying our opponent survived at 1. So he may, I mean, the fact he had a 2-mana removal that hit Traxos is what it is. There's a lot of times he's just dead there. Husband has to wait till July. I'm ready to not be in lockdown any longer, you know? The plus on Kaya does nothing. I can carry and transmit? Sure. Okay, resolve.
Ghosting feels weird, right?
He doesn't get that token. We get the token, even if he kills the Green Seeker. So I don't know what that's supposed to be. Destroy. Wait, did he just give me a surviving creature? Ready for the concede, chat? Nice. Okay. Easy game. To be fair, I wouldn't have known. It's super confusing wording, but I saw it on Caleb's stream last night where Caleb also thought that Kaya was going to give him tokens, and he did it to his opponent, and then his opponent got a token, and I'm like, now I know. I mean, the wording is super crazy on that Planeswalker. It's really tough to tell. So he board wiped with Doomscar, I think is the name of the card. Yeah. All right. But it is nice to see him give me lethal, because I didn't have lethal next turn unless he gave me that token, and the token was optional. He didn't have to do that. Anyways. Hey, Dusty. How's it going, man? I think I might play next set. Have you? I saw some of you guys were doing card reviews. I think I saw maybe you starting to do a card review. How is the next set looking for draft? Can you get a sense of it from the card reviews? All right, what is this? going first, do nothing hand, acceleration and a patient rebuilding. This card's gonna be dead forever. I mean, no green mana. Probably. Yeah. Seems good. Balanced and cool gold format. Well, that's exciting. I'm considering playing it. I'm a little salty right now about not having green mana. Opponent has a 1-drop as red too, which is not super good for us. I mean, we could just top that green mana. That would be fine. I could play out Visionary and feel like a real boy here. No? I've got 10 green sources in my deck. You sure you don't want to just give me one when I need it? So now I'm super fucking awkward here because I can either... I don't have a 5th land and all of my cards cost 5 lands here. I can dig for a forest. So I guess it doesn't matter here. I do need 2 blue, so I guess I play this out as an island, which takes one of my black sources out of the deck, which kind of sucks. I can't draw here because there's 2 cards that I want to play on 5 if I do draw a land that doesn't work for me. If I miss my land drop on my turn, then I will sack looking for a forest for Visionary as my second backup play. But at the moment, we're playing against red, and I've done nothing for 4 turns, which is a little rough. First one messed you up, Desi? That's unfortunate. I heard that. One of my friends described it as a vaccine brain. Said he felt really sluggish afterwards. Okay, we got forest, but it's tap forest. That kind of sucks. That messes fucking up everything. It's not an untapped land. So we're going to spend another turn doing nothing. Oh, it's really unpleasant. Okay. Now... is this card good enough with nothing else? I'm not going to slam Patient Rebuilding. I mean, maybe I draw here. And beat to death with Chandra over here. No blockers on the board. I mean, he's red-black, though. Like, the first 3 creatures I play are going to die.
Oh, they're so cute.
Wish I could turn off sound animations from Chandra. I guess I could have drawn first, hoped to hit untap forest, then played out Visionary maybe. Maybe that was better. To Phoenix. Alright, chat. We're not going to play this game. This is going to be another WotC special where the game of Magic is played, but no one had any fun on either side. And no one drew any resources. Dude, can I even sack this? Do I need the acceleration? Like, what am I doing with it? Like, this card is just a 5-4. I don't think a 5-4 non-flyer is better on this board than a 2-3. But I'm not going to win from this position. Okay. Yeah, dehydrogenation. Let's not start with... I see the troll icon afterwards, so let's not even start with that kind of nonsense.
Oh, they're so cute.
All right. We're dying here. Alright, so if he had a combat trick, he'd attack with this guy as well, I think. But it doesn't matter. I'm forced to block here. I'm a million miles behind. So I desperately want a double spell here. Hazoret. It's not good for me there. So this card gains me life and chumps. That's about all it does on this board. He's going to be generating 5/5 dragon tokens. These cards don't interact, so I have to trigger this. Whenever you cast your first spell, reveal the top card in chaos of the play mana, the lesser converted mana cards. Okay, so we absolutely want to play a high mana card. We're going to play that anyways. We can double spell, but it's a really bad double spell. I guess we're playing Karuga here. Does it matter? I mean, this is... I guess technically it matters. Yep. I'll select that card. Alright, what are we cast outing here? The Phoenix or the Hazoret? I can chump Hazoret, although he does ping my face. I can't chump Phoenix. I got 1 air blocker that heals me. I'm going to 4 next turn, though. I might just be dead if I don't deal with this. Maybe it should have been the Cloud Blazer. Okay. I mean, this is one of the ways in which I get back into the fucking game. So this is now going to be dragons. Oh, dude, he's got another Chandra. Okay. I mean, it's not perfect for me here with this board activating Hazoret with the land drop to play a 6-mana Planeswalker that he plays in the same deck as Hazoret. Not perfect, is what I'm going to say.
Utterly is the best way to destroy things. Go get him, buddies.
So I'm dead if I don't jump here. Wait. Do I just go to 1 if I don't jump here? I mean, he kills me with that. I don't have an answer to that. I heal. But if I lose this, can I come back? Chat, did you just say he can use Hazoret activation to kill me? Do you understand how dumb of a statement that is after I just mentioned it, A? And then he's got a creature that generates tokens that do damage to me, a card that throws things to my face, an overwhelming board presence, and a card that generates dragons? Do you think I'm worried about next turn he throws 2 at me? I've got healing in my hand. Like, I'm worried about a lot of things, but I'm trying to think of anything that saves me, and I don't think chumping Hazoret lets me get back on the board here. I just don't think it does it. So I'm gonna take this. I think we're fucked either way. But I'm not worried about this activation being the card that kills me here. I'm gonna get fucked either way. I don't know what our second card we have to hit is, but it's gonna need to be pretty impressive. All right. Needs to be pretty impressive. Okay, it comes into play tapped and does nothing. Feels bad. Can't play out anything here. Okay. Alright, I think we're dead. I'm not sure what cards I was hoping for, honestly. But the only way I could see coming out of this was some sweet pull off of Rashmi. Miss Thassa. Yeah. Thassa hitting would be pretty sweet. Then I could have bounced Cloud Blazer for 2 more HP here. But yeah. Yep, now I'm dead. So, oh well. I can't spend 4 turns doing nothing versus a red-black aggro deck. I can't have that. And then his 2 turns when I start doing things being play out his entire hand with Hazoret and then follow that up by getting a Chandra into play the turn after. I mean, just like, good luck. Okay. That was a WotC special. No game was played. Enjoy. All right, what do we got going on here? I mean, it's a green source. Going second. Got black and green in hand, so any land unlocks binding. I don't know about this Unburial Rights chant. Might be too greedy in this deck. That's a nice top deck. There's no blue on that. I'm probably playing this as black, so this needs to be this. Okay. We currently have 4 colors in play. I'll take that. It's a great card to draw here. I've got a lot of green in hand. I still think I play this out as black. He could make me discard here. That's a black source too, though. Maybe I don't care. This dude takes over the map, but he's got open mana. So I'll take my draw now and worry about it later. It's also acceleration, I guess. So next turn is 5 mana, these 2. Whatever else I want. Okay. That seems like a good one. Take that. Alright, open mana again from our opponent. He's doing a lot of nothing, which is a bit confusing. Don't have a draw. Alright. Second blue source, second black source. I only have one, but I'm not expecting land hate from that color combination. So I think I'm going to play out Island. Alright, I could just slam Cloud Blazer here. It will fix my lands. It's likely to... I don't know, he didn't have counter or pauses last time. The Mind Stone, I was thinking Mind Stone plus Perfect to start taking over the board. I don't just hate a flyer that starts drawing me cards either. I think I'm going to ramp again. Kind of forgot that Mind Stone would give me mana this turn. I wonder if there's a better play. Okay. Looks like White Sweeper? Possibly. But I'm developing lots of things that are not just creatures, so... You know, there's a lot of plays in which it's not just White Sweeper, right? It's things he can't do. Like his hand is clunky, he's got too many high drops in there, his mana base isn't working out for him. God alone knows, right? But it could be Sweeper, there's a number in the format. They're not just in white either, so... Wake. Don't think I need... I mean, it's a land. I think I can get a land off Cloudbreaker here. So I think this is a graveyard. Two answers to that. I can Binding off the Wake, or I could cast out the Wake. I do want this removed. It's kind of weird he hasn't done anything yet, and I feel like this is a very suspicious card here. So we're on 4, 5, 6, very likely 7 mana. I get quite a lot of draws off that. 3. But I want this gone. So I guess this is going to be a Binding turn. And just get in for 3, I guess. Oh, I don't have another forest. So that's my swamp, I see. It's kind of obnoxious. I have that forest. Is it worth doing no damage to generate a 2/2? I think I prefer just getting in for 5. Okay. He probably has Ugin in hand. You think he's going to play a card that fixes his mana with a card like Ugin, who doesn't require any colored mana? I don't know, man. That's a graveyard. Yep. Alright, could draw a million cards. Wake doubles mana? What? Oh shit. I thought it was mana of any type. Oh, it is mana, but it adds 1. It doubles mana. I didn't understand that card. Thanks, chat. So it's an accelerant as well. Then I definitely wanted to blow it up. I thought it was just fixing. Cheers, Pabst. Alright, so I'm on 1, 5, 6 mana right now. I would like to draw, but I don't think we're going to be on that plan. I think I'm on casting out this Tendershoot Dryad. And that's 4 of 6. Sure would be nice to draw some fucking cards. Can I let him have 2 more 1/1s? I think 2 more 1/1s is actually threatening to me. Alright. Yeah. I mean, it's a slow-ass fucking card, Dryad, but we're not like a damage deck. We don't have any of our mill in play. I've got value in hand. I hate using our other cast out there, but oh well. That's obnoxious. Chat, do I draw this before the final chapter of my thing? I do, right? So I technically, is this opponent? No. So I can bounce my thing. All right, we need to full control this. Library, full control, full control. Game. I hit full control 2 times there. Come on. I'm supposed to be able to put that in a stack and respond. Where the fuck did that happen? That's so trolly. Alright, I guess we're drawing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Okay. I have to go to view battlefield on the top right. What? Oh, it's as Kanta fucking me there? Because I just missed my... Because bouncing Binding back and then killing the Gem Razor was actually really solid. And it's infuriating that I just didn't get to do that because of an interface issue. Infuriating. Okay. We're in bad shape right now. No attacks is really weird. It's really hard to predict what I'm going to do this turn. Alright, 3, 6, 7, 8 right now. I can go up to 9. I really need patient rebuilding on the turn. I'm going to lose to these Dryads right now. I'm not sure we even have more removal. Okay. This thing has reach too. Alright, so I guess I'm on the draw plan first. Clock's okay. Could take his ice. I'm gonna take his icy in a minute, but it's gonna be next turn. I really want to do that. My blocks are gonna suck here. Clock has acceleration, which lets me more spells next turn, which seems important. But games is just a ticking threat for him as well. I see decking being a real thing here. All right. It's true. Hostage Taker and Kogla are removal. And I do need that, because this Dryad will beat us. I don't know which one I have to do first here. Maybe I have to kill the Tender Shoot first. Let's see. We're at 14 cards. So decking's a real threat here. Okay. Instant sorcery or artifact. Okay. I'm so annoyed about not getting to bounce the removal. In graveyard. So I kind of want land this turn. All right, let's take a look. So I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 with this, 10. This would be 11. Stealing the icy, casting the ape is 7. Fights the dude. That's probably okay. I I don't know if I need this for that. I have 11. I'm not going to cast it as well. I can be okay on 10. Steal Dryad and cast it? I don't think so. I think I need to steal that Icy eventually. The thing is, I also am a little worried about decking. I'm just going to take the mana. I've got a strong hand right now. Can bounce Hostage Taker with Ape. I can. It's true. At the moment, I just want to fucking survive, right? So let's survive for a turn, and then we'll worry about this. I've got a couple ticking time bombs, right? Our opponent's board is one of them. Removing that guy helps us for that. The second thing is the decking situation. And then the third thing, I mean, I can actually cast out Patient Rebuilding right now. It's all my mana. I'm tapped out for this. And the third thing is I can be beat to death by flyers. So I only have, what, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5. I think I'm just good here. Midnight. Well, I want to charge my Midnight Clock is what I want to do a little bit. Opponent's been very passive in his attacks, which has been nice for me. He did tap Midnight Clock. Okay, just take 5 here. Don't mind bouncing the Cloud Blazer. What? Nice. Do I care? I mean, I guess I just block and save my life. Yeah, I also think my opponent's being too passive with his attacks. Those Dryads should have been slammed into my face as aggressively as possible, as regularly as possible, in my opinion. So Thassa's great for us. We've got pretty sick combos with Unburial Rites and Hostage Takers. Search your graveyard for, okay, convert them into 5, sure. You can dig a creature. I'm not, there's probably creatures that are super scary here, but... Oh, second Tender Shoot Dryad's pretty scary. He did it post-combat though, so I guess I'll just steal that. Okay. He's still doing things. He's still got 3 cards in hand. It must have been close to X's 10. I don't know what the second part of this. All your creatures get +X gain haste on a turn. Yeah, what the fuck, man? All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He was 1 mana off just winning the game? Okay. Alright. I'm always stealing Dryad here. Okay. And I don't think I have any attacks. I mean, rebirthing Kogla is actually okay. But I'm also okay just holding up a shit ton of things. So this is fine from my perspective. Sure. I don't really want to figure out this board for attacking. I have no flyers and he's got a fuck ton of chump blockers and an icy. I think I'm just going to try to kill him with mill. I think we have 2 more mill cards in here. Could have had 2 dryads. Yep, could have. Got plenty more things we can have more of too. I'm not too worried about that. We have a lot of things to take for sure. And one of those things we're taking is 5 damage. Could bounce this. He just gets once upon a time. Do I care? It's 2 turns off from being attacked by it. I only have 3 lands though. Nah, I'm just gonna set up the hostage taker. Go. That doesn't do anything. Go. Opponent's at 16 cards. Okay. So we are going to bounce my hostage taker. Generate a token. I thought if he cast X spells with a card like Scholar that he only got, that his X was always 0. Am I wrong about that? This is upkeep. Tapping my black source. That's smart. How do I feel about that? So I could activate Azcanta here. Or I could just charge Midnight Clock. Too many options. Getting a little overwhelmed with things to do. That's the card I was looking for, so that's nice. That's fine. 8 cards in library. Alright, black source is nice. Alright, so you can do all the things here. I think I can kill myself with fucking patient rebuilding. Fuck me. Alright, we're playing this one. I think we're playing this one. And I think we're done. Okay. I'm at 7 cards. Clock doesn't get a chance to save me unless I charge it. And there's removal for Clock. So we'll see. He's at 13. Can draw some cards too to try to kill him next turn. Alright, what a complicated board state. There's a million options every single turn there. I have no idea if I was playing that correctly or not. Stabilizing from there and winning seems good. I'm pretty sure my opponent missed like 5 different chances to kill me. I think he could have overrun me with saplings, and I think he could have killed me probably with that 5/5 flyer if he'd done a couple early attacks with those saplings. And I also think our opponent missed Finale of Devastation to win. So, oh, the Crabs MTG, show you the way. Not sure I could show you much of the way. Not sure there is a way. The way is dark and dark and foggy over here, I think. Fun game though. Crazy stuff happening in that game. Really high power level of his deck and my deck. Would have loved to seen Thassa earlier. The ape kicking back hostage taker and kicking back the cloud chaser or whatever it is really cool. It's a really powerful effect. All right, so we're missing black mana. This card's dead early. This card's dead. So I can't play any of my hand. This is literally clock with this. Is this good enough? We're going first. We've got 3 mana and accelerant. Maybe. We gotta draw black sources here. It'd be nice if my opponent was a little dirtily. I mean, he's got to be pretty dirtily. Converted mana costs 3 or more. Okay. So now we've got something to do. That's exciting. Hostage Taker is an insanely powerful card. The card is really broken. Hand sucks, I'm gonna keep it. Yeah, not wrong. It's the problem is the hand sucks, but it's probably as good as my average 6-card hand and maybe better. What does the clock do? It's a lot of things. It adds 1 blue mana. It gets counters on every upkeep. When it hits 12 counters, it sacks itself, shuffles my hand and graveyard into my deck, and then draws me a new hand. Killed the clock. Interesting. I could play out the mana accelerant, but I needed to untap Traxos, so I'm going to leave it. Clock blocked? Not wrong. Not wrong, Six Sock. So it's kind of unfortunate, right? Black mana, triple green. We're nowhere near any of our cards. I wish my opponent would stop having 3 mana answers, like fucking everything I'm doing right now. Kind of sucks. We need forest really badly. That's a forest. Also need swamps really badly. Okay. I don't like his blast zone hitting all my 2-drops over here. I don't like the fact he's running blast zone in whatever fucking deck he's playing over there. Untapped green source is Kogla. Any black source is either of these. And we have Azcanta searching for us. Opponent popping off with your deck that runs no 2-drops. Doing like triple 3-drops every turn over here. This is cube. Library. Okay. Alright. Giant monkey on the board. Opponent has 1,000,000 mana of 1,000,000 different colors. Quite scared about this. 2 dead cards in my hand still. Need swamp. Okay. Sure. Opponent, can you stop? Perfect mana. Every time. Got answers to every card. It's a giant. It's a sweeper card that destroys all non-giants and is a 7/7 giant. Just lost my hostage taker. What's my 4 in there? Okay. I draw 1 with this. I think it's good enough. Wait. It's other? It's other. Not good enough. I would have bottomed that. Doesn't do anything versus his giant, and it doesn't. I thought it just would draw me again. So slight misplay there. I don't know. I feel like I'm getting handled by his deck right now, though. Answer with extra, answer with extra. Super fucking answer off Realm Cloaked. Like, another black card. I don't know how we didn't just flip. Wasn't that 7? It was 6 apparently. So what, he detonates? Yes, I lose Azcanta here. I don't know that he can play Blast Zone in that deck. I mean, he's done it. Maybe his land base is super good. But he's playing 3 colors with colorless lands in his deck. It's pretty painful. Yeah. Could attack with our Mana Rock. I'm trying not to lose it, but yes, I guess I could be beating him with that. I guess if we're going to get it wiped anyways, we ought to have. Yeah. Why don't I attack with my 2/2? Because I can't see it winning the game for me from here. And I wanted the mana, because the way I get out of this is I draw a card and then do some other things. So the worry was for me was risking the 2/2. Because I can't see beating him to death with that. Okay, opponent's deck. Alright, this is a very good top deck though. Fuck off. Okay. It's a swamp, I guess. Okay. Need to mill him. Yeah. We got to be careful with it though, right? Because it is a certain number. Second spell each turn. You just draw cards. How many? 3. Okay. All right, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But it comes into play tapped. So we just have 8. I have to patient rebuilding this turn. I could dig for an untapped land, I guess. It's disappointing. It's going to generate him a card. Can I decline? I can't. Okay. I guess I should have cast. Fuck, I forgot about this. I could have cast first, then I could have dryaded. So this is the wrong order. I can decline. And how does this work? An opponent casts their second spell. This is casting without paying its mana cost. I don't want him drawing any cards here. So that's a decline. Okay. All right. He draws 3 this turn off Archive. Well, then we lost anyways, didn't we? I mean, okay, opponent. Opponent's deck seems insane. All right, good game. 3, he's got mana to cast it. Yeah. All right, was there anything I could have done different? I guess if I had seen that, I had to bindings that, the card draw. I guess that's what I had to do. I actually missed the fact that mana that thing drew him cards until you said it in chat. So, yeah, misplaced for me there, I guess. I mean, shitty start. Not sure what else to have done there. So I can decline the trigger. That was fine. I don't know. Blast Zone my Azcanta on 6. It's just a lot of answers there. A lot of answers. A little tilty in the answers too, but you're right. Definitely some things I could have done better there. So. Interesting, Amnesia. It's just a little confusing because I don't understand what forces a transition of phases, right? So like, it feels like after my upkeep. Oh, anyways, am I keeping this? Let me just take a look. We have blue, black, green. No, we don't have black, but we have green, green, blue, blue. No white, clock in hand, hostage taker, and black card with a consign. This is okay. All right, I could wait. This card can never come into play